Ride!
This is an ad, Em.
What's that?
It's an ad. You're like holding the coffee.
Product placement.
Click the link down below.
Clicks in the description.
I am wearing the Tone I Assert. It's by L'Oreal Paris. Click the link for a 10% discount on my Amazon.
I think you say that with such great confidence. I think you've watched a few of those.
Yeah. I don't have any makeup that I can show, but I'll show like my double meat sandwich. Yeah.
Meat and more meat.
Subway pizza, double meat, no cheese.
What about sponsored by HelloFresh? And the QR code right now for specials.
Crystal Mage brought to you by
Old
School Essentials.
Yes. This is the episode we titled Crystal Mage Ride and Die Sell Out.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's put on our Nike Air Jordan and go after the dragon.
Yeah, we can't make any money doing these video episodes, so we're just going to do product placement for everything. Every creature is now going to be like a Pepsi can. Okay? I attacked the Pepsi can with my Reebok battle axe. Okay, we're back, guys, and actually, it's we're back 1 week later. Woohoo! So that's quite good to be able to get back together so quickly. Maybe we'll get one more before Christmas. Who knows? So some housekeeping to do. So after last week, when we had the discussions with we had the meeting with Derek the Dragon, and also the illusions with the food eating and all this sort of stuff. We've got some experience points to allocate, and if I look at my spreadsheet as to experience points, let's bring that up.
Medieval spreadsheet.
Medieval spreadsheet, yep. Sponsored by Microsoft. Have you guys seen that YouTube clip of the medieval support line? Technical support.
No.
Have you seen
No.
medieval technical support? Oh, you've got to do it. There's this guy gets given a book, and he's trying to work out how a book works, and he can't work it out. So he calls in medieval tech support. It's a Swedish comedy show, and it's all in Swedish. So it makes it even funnier. There's nothing wrong with Swedish people. They're just generic. The language sounds a bit funny. And
I was just gonna be like, is it all Ishkiefer?
Yeah, but I should actually put a link in the description for the medieval tech support. So I will do that if I can work out how to do that. But I will do that.
You've offended our entire Swedish audience.
I know. We've lost Sweden.
Yeah, I know, because I've checked the demographics of our video channel. Sweden is this hotbed of Ride and Die fandom.
We gained Norway.
Do you think we can get sponsored by IKEA if we keep this up? Do we get free meatballs? Chicken snacks.
No, that's meatballs. You gotta have the umlauts over the A's.
Meatballs.
Meatballs.
All right, so
those
experience points.
We're never gonna get going.
We're never gonna get going. We're going into the happy season now. Everything's a little bit wishy-washy, and there has been no alcohol consumed, I don't think, tonight. Maybe someone has coffee. Yeah. But looking at the experience points, I can announce that Renolt the Druid fighter has leveled up.
I don't know how. I've done nothing to help this team.
We know. It's okay. We're dragging you along.
And because you're fighting,
you're like the gnome. Not the gnome. I'm the gnome. Never mind. I meant like the goblin. Throw Brad. Drag him back.
And because your experience points totals for both fighter and druid are the same, you leveled up at the same time. So you are now level 2 in both fighter and druid. And also, Ada leveled up. Whee!
Finally.
She's now level 2 in bard. You're already level 2 in thief, but now you get to level 2 in bard. And we are now at the situation where you are outside of a room, and you could hear voices on the inside, which appear to be goblin voices.
So, Neil, I do have my 1 in 6 listen at door skill.
I have 2 in 6 noises.
And I think
Well,
Clive,
it's not a
what's the?
competition.
I think the gnome is 2 in 6 or something as well, aren't you? Yeah, 2 and 6. But like I said, the noises were well. You know what goblins sound like now, so you could tell that they were goblin voices, and they seemed to be fairly loud. And there seemed to be the sound of bottles clinking and stuff like that. And you got the impression that maybe they were drinking, and maybe they're a little bit on the drunk side.
With expensive whiskey.
I don't know if it's expensive or not. Although they could have raided the castle's cellar or something. You never know.
Yeah.
So okay, what are you going to do now, guys?
Well, is the door locked? Can someone check?
The door is if you're
I
gonna.
can unlock it.
For some reason, Renolt always looks over at Clover for direction. Like, what's Clover thinking?
Well, I mean, I don't blame you. Number one, clearly between the two of us, one of us. Never mind. Well, I mean, is there a gap beside or under the door?
You can see a little bit of light.
Okay, I wanna lie down on the ground and just take a peek and just see if I can tell how close to the door anybody might be. Is there shadows right near the door?
No. You can just see a thin strip of light, and maybe occasionally you see a little bit of a shadow movement, but you can't really ascertain whether or not something's right beyond the doorway. But yeah, it's
all right.
You don't get the impression that there's anyone directly right behind the door.
I mean, we do have the element of surprise, and they seem to be intoxicated.
I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it, but I think we need to be quiet with testing the door so we don't give ourselves away.
Well, that sounds like an Ada job.
Or, hear me out. This is a pinch point, and we make a noise and get them to come out of the room and pew, 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 as they come out of the room.
Like killing the clowns as they come out of the clown car.
You just.
Sure. I don't know what a clown or a car is, but okay.
Oh, I came up with a song quite similar to that last time. Did you just steal that from me?
Trademark it, or copyright, whatever.
Well, I'm concerned that if we stay on the defense here and just let them come to us, they might be able to call more friends, and if we run in there, we may be able to snuff out whatever they might be able to do before they can do it.
Does everybody else think? Run in or pull them out?
How narrow is the choke point? Can someone just remind us?
It's
just a doorway, and you're in the hallway where you are now.
They all have to come through this small little door.
You don't know how big the room is, unless Tracy has an idea from the mapping.
What about a combination? There's no certainty that they're going to be stumbling out the door. What about a combination of the two? If I boot the door in, run in, kill one, and run back out, and get them to chase me.
Oh, yeah. You could. The rest of you guys could keep out of sight, and then as they come barreling up.
Renolt, what do you think? Do you think you can take them?
I can almost see in. I don't know. I can almost see in as I'm moving around. I can see I get one little angle where I can see 2 squares in there.
DM, question.
Yeah.
As a half-elf, I have infravision as well, don't I?
Yes, that was another little oversight. yeah.
Infravision.
Being a half elf, actually, Ada has infravision as well, which
My powers just magically kicked in halfway through the campaign.
You just
Activated.
your eyes just needed some time to adjust. Yeah. But yes, I actually need to change that on your Roll20 thing. Hang on. Dynamic lighting, night vision turned on, and it's 60 feet from memory. So, Freljord the Tiefling has 60 feet infravision. Ada the half elf has 60 feet. Clover is 90 feet from memory. What's yours say? Yeah, you're 90 feet. Yeah. So that was an oversight on my part, but yeah, sorry about that. Ada, you now can see in the dark. All right, come on, guys.
For the kick the door in and go for it.
I'm okay with the 2 meat shields going in. Freyorg, I'm cool going in with you. I do have Entangle activated, so there's a chance that we could go in there and I could throw a spell and at least immobilize a handful of them. If they're all sitting at
Entangle
tables.
is, unfortunately, you basically make plant life come to life and wrap around people.
Oh.
I think that's definitely not applicable then.
Yeah, it's more of an outdoor.
Unless they're smoking weed.
Yeah.
Or if there's how much hops are in the beer that they're drinking.
Yes. Yeah.
Fungus.
You entangle them in beer. I think they're already quite entangled in beer.
They sound pretty entangled in beer already.
Yeah, you can hear, I love you.
You're the best dwarf.
That's right.
Of all the goblins I know, you're the best.
All the goblins. All right, so yeah, Freyorg, if you and I want to just bum rush in there and just take a quick look and maybe throw a spear or 2.
All right,
Yeah,
position yourselves around the door how you want to position yourselves. Move yourselves around. Oglum will get his bow ready, and he'll he'll just stand sort of here.
Oglum should, if we kick the door in, Oglum should fire a couple arrows in, and then we rush in.
Okay. There's a little bit of a lag with Roll20. But
Roll20 is being very weird. I can't actually see the map this morning / evening for other viewers.
Or whenever you're watching,
Listeners.
You can't see the map. You need to zoom out, and then you'll find it.
I am, and I'm doing the zoomies all over. I'm zooming out. I'm panning. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's like right down in the corner.
Nice.
I can't see it. Oh, there it is.
Okay, I'm in cups, of coffee, but still.
I'm blind. Open your eyes. Oh my god, I can see. It's a miracle. Okay.
Are we doing the Mission Impossible thing where we're standing behind the doors and we're just gonna swing around with our guns blazing?
Yep. All right. Okay. So Ada's right outside the door now. Everyone else has moved back.
Oh, where's the door?
The door is.
Oh, I see it. Okay. All right.
That's the door. Okay.
Because we're like,
right.
okay, you're gonna go in.
Right.
I'm
on
gonna
this
stand back here.
We were all. I was just in front of the wall, thinking it was a door.
That's what I was. Yeah, I thought that was the door.
It's like those. It's like when you play those video games, and the guy just sort of gets stuck at the door, and they're just walking like this, get up against the wall, and then.
Wait. Let me take this side of Ada, and then.
So Ada, are you going to stay right in front of the door, or are you going to move away?
Oh, fine. I'll move to one side. Hang on. That's the door, isn't it? All right.
Right where you are is the door.
I can almost see in, man.
Yeah. I'm moving to one side if this thing ever lets me go over there. Yep.
Housekeeping.
I have significant issues with Roll D20. I think next time I might actually open it on a separate thing.
That would be hilarious if you could speak Goblin and you knock on the door and say housekeeping.
Raka.
If only I was level 23.
Room service.
All right, so you're going to try and bash in the door. That's the plan.
You ordered a full set of spears in the face.
All right, so who's going in first, Freljord or Renolt?
I think Oglim should fire a couple arrows in, and then we bum rush them. I'll go in first.
Just random arrows? Okay.
So Oglim's gonna... Hang on.
Scared,
Oglim's
guys.
Just kicking the door.
Where is it?
I will.
Select objects and tokens. Alright, so Oglim's gonna stand there then. And he's got his arrow pulled back, and then as soon as the door opens, he's gonna shoot at whatever he can see. Okay?
Okay.
And then you guys run in.
So,
Don't run in before he shoots.
right. So I kick the door in. Boom, boom.
Alright. Open! It is open! And let me just... What have I done here? Got that in the right way.
I say 3 at least.
Didn't that?
I see table and chairs.
And they're drunk, so they see 6.
Priorities. At least it's like time to move some furniture.
Feng shui this place, baby.
Oh, feng shui, you bitches.
Alright, I think everything's set. Alright, so the door opens and Oglim can see... Yep, he sees like a table and chairs and some goblins are kind of sitting around the table. So he can see this goblin... Go here. He can see this goblin right here. We can do the right... That one there, in the middle. And he's going to have a shot at him. He actually seems to be... on the table, he has a crossbow next to him. So he's going to roll and try and shoot him. So we go to dice rolling here. So he needs a D6, D20, sorry. Oh, it's a 15. I think that's a hit.
If that's not a hit, come on. Better be.
Better drop them.
Like a wet bag of cement.
Okay, so he rolled a total of 15, which means he hits armor class 4. Oglim, his dexterity is not, is pretty ordinary, so...
That's what Ada said.
Dexterity armor class 6. Yep, he hits, and he'll do 1d6 worth of damage. So I'll roll that now. So yeah, he wings it. He wings him.
Oh,
And okay, so yeah, so he shoots. Yeah, the guys are all sitting around the table drinking, and then one of them just gets hit like that. I'll roll to see if they're surprised, and I will penalise them because they're also a little bit on the drunk side. Let me just
If
check.
they knew that we were out there, I'm gonna be like, "What do you got? Closed circuit TV?"
Where is combat tables? That should be.
I swear, if I die because of that half a hit point I'm not getting, I'm going to be very upset.
You and your fractions. Dungeon Master.
So normally on a roll of 1 or 2, the side is surprised, and so I'll make it a 1 to 3 because they're drunk or tipsy or whatever you want to call it. So I roll that on D20, or I roll a D6. Sorry. Oh. So they aren't surprised. So
what?
What? They aren't surprised.
They weren't as drunk as we thought they were. They were quite loud.
Pretending, I see.
So that means we will roll for initiative. Who's going to roll?
All right, who's going to do it? Who's going to do
Let
it?
somebody else roll.
What am I rolling?
D6. D6. I roll for the goblins, and I get a 1. So maybe they are a little bit on the. All right, so you guys go first. So Freyord, you're up.
Okay. So I'm going to stick to the plan and rush in.
Mm-hmm.
Right here.
You moving yourself, or you already have? Oh, there it is. Oh, so you go straight for that guy.
Straight for him.
Okay, so he's actually carrying a crossbow. So you can do an attack. So actually, you can. I don't think you can do the charge attack because there's combat. I think you need to move a certain distance before you can do that charge attack. It says charging into melee. You need to have moved at least 20 feet. Oh, actually, no, it's about 20 feet.
Yeah.
Actually, oh, is it? Oh, you're outside the door. No, it's probably less than 20 feet. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you would have got a +2 bonus to attack. But so just roll a d20.
Okay, I'm right there. D20?
Yep.
That's got to be good.
Oh, 19. That's what you got, isn't it? Yep.
Yeah.
Was it 19? Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
that's definitely a hit with your mace. So you need to roll a d6 and add your strength bonus. That's a 4.
Strength,
Not bad.
strength
bad.
is 15.
That's good enough. With one, you charge in and then bang, smash his head in with your mace, and he's gone. Just
That's right.
straight down to the ground. Okay, Renolt, you're up.
Yeah, I'm tempted to get my spear ready, but instead I want to get into the melee attack too. So I'm gonna draw my short sword in slow motion and come around the corner up to this guy here.
Yep.
So I do have a +1 strength modifier for melee attacks.
Yep.
I was hoping before I moved, I wanted to see if there was anybody next to him.
Actually, because you probably didn't remember, you've got that magical stone, and when you release that and activate it, it gives you +1 strength, which means you an extra +1 to hit.
Okay, so +1 strength. This is for the hit roll, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So for the melee, I have a +1, and for the opal stone, I have a +1.
So it would be a total of +2.
Yeah, math checks out.
Yep.
All right.
Roll your d20.
So I roll a d20, and here we go. 17.
Yep, that's good enough. So you hit with your sword, and so you do. It's a short sword, isn't it?
It is my short sword.
So it's a d6, but you'll be adding 2 because of your strength, and also because of that magical stone, which you've got now hovering above your head. So I've let you activate that because you didn't realise you probably had it. So. Yep, that's good. And it's likewise, just like Freyord, you just take him out in
Hey,
2
we took
seconds.
out the flanks. Awesome. We did our job.
And are the rest of us just waiting while?
Yeah, basically you stand out the door, you just see Freyord and Renolt disappear, and you just hear.
So we'll
milling
we'll
around.
call-
the
yeah,
door.
you guys can hear us killing goblins, and you're like, okay, we're gonna come help. Where'd the table go?
I'm just gonna be patrolling back and forth to make sure that them screaming and yelling is not pulling something else.
An excellent idea.
That's weird that it disappears when I changed it to it should be. It should still be showing, but it's not for some reason.
Is it invisible table?
Oh, hang on. Let me just before I do that, I will go back to the object table. So this guy is gone. That guy is gone.
God, we killed them and they just disappeared. There it is.
Okay, there we're back again. All right, so Ada.
Yes.
What are you going to do? Are you running in as well?
I'm running in, sword blazing.
So you can move 30 feet.
Sword blazing.
There's no drawing them out of this room. We're just like filled with bloodlust at this point.
Well, you've basically. Well, you didn't surprise them, but they didn't. They were slow to react, and you guys have just within 10 seconds you've taken two of them out.
As soon as we killed one, I was like, "Oh shit, it's Wayne Brady."
All right, so Ada, you moving in?
Ada is moving in.
So
Ada
there's three guys against the far wall. You've got
There's a table in front of me.
Yeah, you'd have to sort of
I'm leaping over the table.
leaping over the table.
In there. She'll move that table.
It's only 20 feet.
I'm leaping over the table. The table. I'm like half leaping, half sliding. Like you know in those movies where the hero does like a bum slide across the table.
Yeah.
The sword.
Dukes of Hazzard.
So
like
you
Tom
actually,
Toretto across the hood of a car.
yeah, because you are 20 feet away, you can like literally charge into combat.
I am, and I'm using the table for leverage. I've got my sword in hand.
So you're sliding across the table and like this.
Exactly.
I feel like this could be as cool as the attack on the giant was not when you got schmucked. So let's just hope you don't
chance for redemption.
fall off the table. Yeah, it's your chance.
Which one are you attacking, Ada? There's three
The
there.
one right in the middle.
The one around the middle with the crossbow. Yeah, the one that Oglum had winged. So yeah, you're going to roll a d20, and you charging in. You can add the +2 bonus. The trade-off would be though that if they attack you, your armor class is penalized because you've just run in like crazy.
All right.
But we'll see how you go. Roll a d20.
Let's do it. At this point, Spotify listeners, there's just glasses of mead going everywhere. There's goblin blood flying.
Fortune favors the brave.
All drawn.
And she rolls.
And she goes in for the kill.
And you rolled a 15. That's good enough. That's a hit. And you get to roll a d6. I don't think you've got a strength bonus. What's your strength, Ada?
My strength is 10.
No bonus for that. So just a d6, that's all.
Alright, let's go. She shoots. She scores.
And you kill him. Because he was already wounded from the arrow that Oglum had shot into him. So within 10 seconds, you've just...
Teamwork.
Yeah.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Why can't I pick these?
It's right. Couple goals. The couple who kills together stays together.
Some use after all.
Alright, so that takes care of those guys. Ada and Elise or Clover, are you going to be doing anything?
I'll throw a dagger at the other goblin that is behind the table.
To the left or right of Ada? I think probably you couldn't see the one to the left. You could only see the one to the left, to the right, and you'd have to probably move to the doorway to have a clear shot.
All right. So right here.
Yep, and then you can essentially take a shot on this guy.
No.
All right, so the run of good luck ends there with Elise. She throws it. She throws like a girl.
Oh no, you didn't!
Wow. Where's Derek? I've got a dungeon master to feed to him.
No, you. So Elise misses. So Clover, you gonna?
Yeah.
Try?
So I'm gonna be the only one. Well, no, I guess Oglum's still out here. So I can move 120 feet, right? Each of these squares is how much? 5 or 10?
No, you can move 40 feet.
What's the 120 on my thing?
That's when you're
Prone.
That's when you're not in combat. That's a normal movement.
Right, but I'm not fighting anybody, so can I not do that if my plan is to not attack anyone?
There's a time change, so now we're in combat.
Oh,
we're,
right,
we've
okay.
gone to a
Because
10
it's shorter.
second. Yeah. So
Okay.
you can move
is
40
each one
feet.
of these,
Each one of those is about
each
10
one of
feet.
these is 10. Okay.
Yep.
So I'm going to come down here.
Oh, okay.
I just want to keep an eye out. I want to stay in the shadows. and I just want to keep an eye out because I'm worried that all this commotion is going to call somebody from this doorway.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. So now it's time for the goblins to react after everyone's done their action. So there's only 2 goblins left, and so this goblin here, if I can select him, is going to run for Ada. Oh, I'm moving the table.
Swaying the table.
I'm doing a Marie Kondo at the moment. This goblin's going to run over here.
Does not spark joy.
And this goblin's going to... For some reason, it's not letting me select the goblin. There he goes. He's going to go for Freljord. I'll put the table back here.
Left? Oh, no, one.
There's 2 left. So one's going to strike at Ada and one's going to strike at Freljord. So the one that strikes at Ada... Now, Ada, you get a defensive penalty because of the charging in that you did. So let's see what happens. Oh, it rolled an 18. Yep, that's good enough for that goblin to hit you. And he does a d6 worth of damage. But he only just nicks you. 1 point of damage to you.
Huh.
And the other goblin is going to strike at Freljord. And does a 13. What's your armor class, please? Your AC?
My AC. Where do I find it? It's an 8. But I had the necklace, though, right?
Yep. So that would make you. No, your armor class is not 8. It's
3. 3.
3. So it actually becomes 2 because of that necklace.
I thought it was +1 because of the necklace.
Yeah, it lowers your armor class by 1. So you're actually... That's what I was talking about last week, that we were going to change to ascending armor class. But yeah, that would make you armor class 2 while you're wearing the necklace.
The lower your armor class right now, the harder you are to hit.
Ah, this is great.
Yeah.
So he's missed you, essentially.
Oh, I missed him. I missed him too.
Now, we need to roll for initiative again. Who's rolling for initiative? I'll roll for the goblins. Who's going to do it? All right, Brad. You're on. No, you did you roll? Who rolled last time?
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Okay, Brad, you're rolling.
All right.
The goblin rolled a 5.
2.
All right, goblins go first, but before I do that, I have to check their morale.
Before that,
I assume they probably may surrender. Let's have a look. Morale checks. Alright, so that's 2d6. D6, 2. Give me a total of 8. And if it is higher than the morale score, they will surrender or attempt to flee. And the goblins have a morale of 7. So with that, basically the 2 goblins drop their swords and surrender.
Oh, we never have fun.
I say we kill them
Fun
anyway.
killing sentient beings.
I say we kill them anyway.
We should ask them questions first. They might know something.
The eye roll
Let's
there.
kill one of them.
Like, oh, Freljord's going to be happy. I'm down the hall. I cannot hear the conversation.
Clover,
And
you
then
could
Elisa's
hear the eye roll from there.
You can feel it. I'm just going to yell down the hall. Clover, there's 3 goblins left. Do we kill 2 or do we kill all 3?
Do we make them fight to the death to see which one stays alive?
Oh, that's
By the way, Neil, do I see anything in the hall? I ran down here to keep an eye out. I assume there's nothing there.
No, you haven't seen anything yet.
Okay.
Clover, they have talking
How can he
moles
yell
on
back?
them. Come on back.
So that fight was literally over in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So at least you can go and pick up your dagger.
Does anybody in our group actually speak Goblin?
You do, don't you?
No.
No.
Oh.
No,
Clover,
dragon. How many
Clover
more
surprised us that she could speak dragon last week.
Clover had a very interesting gap year, apparently.
I do have another language that will come in handy, but it's not Goblin.
The German.
Yeah,
dwarf.
Swedish.
Oh, Swedish.
Is it the language of love?
The language of love is Swedish? What?
Oh, I think German. German, the language of love.
Oh, yeah.
If it was a love-hate relationship. Okay, so these guys have basically dropped their swords and they've sort of dropped on their knees and like going like this.
So, you guys are not answering.
Because I want to kill them. I see no point in keeping them alive.
Do they have the key to the door that was locked?
If we kill them, we can search them.
But if they don't have it on them, they might know who has it.
Ask them, then we'll kill them.
You can't speak Goblin.
Do any of you speak Goblin?
I just asked.
Actually, yeah. You can't really unless they talk common. You can't really interrogate them because your previous attempts to talk to goblins have not been that successful.
I asked in common, do either of them speak common?
Do you speak English?
Habla English.
Perhaps speaking slower and louder will help. Like
Yeah.
so many people assume in our world.
So they sort of look at
Using our
that.
voices
They
will
sort of
help.
cock their heads and they're sort of like, when the dog sort of cocks their head, like, what are you talking about? No, so they don't understand you when you're talking. They're just sort of cowering.
Think we're idiots.
All right, Freyr, they're yours.
I'm not gonna stand in the way of Freyorg. If he wants to kill him, he can do it.
Well, what would be the point of keeping them alive?
I agree.
Yeah,
they're going.
life
We're in
matters.
their territory. They're
I
going to
agree.
run off and they're going to start screaming for somebody. So let's just do it. No,
I love that I'm the only person in the group with any kind of morality. I'm just saying.
The conscience is out of the room, guys. So you've got free reign.
Well, what's your thoughts on this, Clover? Like
Clover's doesn't even know what's
not
happening.
there.
Clover doesn't even know.
She
what's
doesn't
happening.
know. I'm not.
So-
I'm not putting my 2 cents in for once. That's what I'm
Perfect.
saying. You guys have carte blanche, and I won't even have to know.
I mean, we killed the first two, no questions asked. We just went in there and murdered them.
Yeah.
Also, Clover was the one that tortured the first goblin we captured.
It's true.
Yeah, she went from conscientious to torture in like 2 minutes. All right, so yeah, Freljord,
Clover, she-wolf of the known people.
you're going to do the dirty deed.
Yep.
All right.
What do you want?
A few.
Yep.
No, you don't even have to roll. They're basically just, and you just smack.
Au revoir, Monsieur Goblin.
Why do you sound like a Hercule Poirot just then?
Or chocolate mousse. I miss you most of
Kato,
all.
kill
chocolate
the
mousse.
goblin.
All right. Let's move that for a second so I can just select these guys. So a few death strokes later, 2 more dead goblins on the ground.
So we should search them.
You search them. Yes, that's a good idea. In answer to your question, Elise, no, none of them appear to be carrying the keys or a key or whatever. But they do have some treasure on them. It's usual thing. So it's almost like there was 5, so that's 10. Let's do this. 6. Got 23 electrum pieces.
Don't trust why they would drink and play cards in the same room that they sleep in. It's stupid.
So we got that.
It's a dumb room and I hate it.
I think we need
Well,
someone to.
wait
we need someone
wait
who-
until Elise rearranges it, then it'll be
Yes.
fine.
Okay, and okay, that's goblins. I'm just updating the XP chart. Okie dokie. Okay, so actually, so they got some weapons there. They got a couple of crossbows.
I can't use them.
I already got one of those.
Oglum's got a bow. You've got a spear. Ada, you want to take one of the crossbows?
I would like a crossbow because I have a short sword and I think I have like.
You have a normal sword, not a short sword. And I think and you've got some throwing daggers. But yeah, crossbow be cool.
I would like a crossbow
because you can keep that cocked and sort of just ready to go. So that's a crossbow plus 20 bolts.
Ooh, thank you. I will make a note of this.
So Tracy, Debbie, and Murph, you guys, your characters can't use a crossbow. So
Well, I could, but I don't want to.
I'm happy to get it us with a crossbow.
I think Oglum might actually ditch the short bow and take the other crossbow. Actually, I might make a note of that. It's Oglum. He's going to take the crossbow. Let's go to the crossbow now. They've got some. Just the other guys have got like just crude sort of swords or axes, so they're probably not worth. They're not better quality than what you've already got.
Do we search the room quickly?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. So.
So I do have the 1 in 6 roll for finding secret doors. Can I do that?
Yeah.
I don't expect to find anything, but I'll roll a d6.
That just Oglum will come into the room. That way you can see everything. There's the room. Oh look, there's some beer. The goblins seem to have acquired themselves a sizable keg of beer, which is this here.
We could just stay here and get drunk.
I'm not against that.
And there are some beds in there, but they're fairly grubby, dirty
Smells
sort of
like
beds
goblin.
because goblins are filthy creatures.
Hilarious. You all decide to grab a nap and have some beer, and I'm standing guard in the hall.
All right.
I just picked up the cards. I'm dealing around the cards
So,
here.
Clover, actually, you've noticed that the sound has quietened down, so that the combat was very short and sharp. Are you going to stay there, or are you going to go back?
I'm staying for a couple minutes just to see if anything changes, and because I'm presuming if they're going to move on, they'll tell me or not. We'll see. But I'm presuming my friends will not leave me here to die.
Yeah.
This might be the point at which the party breaks up.
I just want to make sure that the sound didn't carry upwards and that we end up getting killed from behind.
Yeah, well, actually, because the battle was so quick, it was over in like literally 10 seconds. It didn't make that much noise to necessarily attract anyone, so that was
Yeah.
good. Renolt, you say you're searching against that far wall for secret doors or something?
Yeah, I rolled a 5. I'm assuming that doesn't do anything.
Well, when you're searching for secret doors, I roll, and then if you find anything, I'll let you know.
It's different than 5e.
Because if there was a secret, what's the word? Let's how to explain it. If you find a secret door on a 1 or 2, for example, and you rolled a 1 or 2, if there's no door there anyway, you're not going to find anything. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm explaining that right, but short answer is no. You don't find any secret doors against that wall.
I'm dealing cards for Go Fish if anyone wants to sit down and play.
I'll join, but before that, do the goblins have pillow on the bed?
Yeah. You want the pillows for your feng shui.
Well, I just want the pillowcase. I think they might be useful eventually.
Pillowcase? You want to pick up grubby goblin pillowcases?
It's a bag. It's a cloth bag.
I put them inside out, then they won't be as dirty.
Besides, I've played a lot of games with Debbie's characters. You would be surprised what she carries with her. And grubby pillowcases is not the worst I've seen.
Well, she's currently carrying bits of ogre, a couple of dragon scales, and now grubby goblin pillowcases. Okay.
Yeah.
At this point, so Ada's just standing there looking vaguely distasteful, picking at her nails and finding her hand sanitizer in her little thief bag and offering it to Elise with a bit of
It's called wine.
In Elise's defense, like the most efficient way of trick-or-treating in the U.S. is to carry around a big pillowcase.
Pillowcase.
They're your own, not a goblin's.
Yeah, it's a Mississippi suitcase.
Mississippi. Oh.
We just offended an entire.
And now we lost the Mississippi audience along with Sweden. There we go.
Well,
And
yeah,
That's okay.
With the Swedish.
maybe D&D is not high on Mississippi. It's probably not very high on their search terms.
I'm just going to like stick my head under the tap of ale and have a few swigs.
Yeah, and it's actually surprisingly good beer.
This episode brought to you by the Mississippi
Brewing Company.
tourism travel company, whatever.
Yeah. Brewed in Stockholm, Sweden.
DM.
Goblin beer. Yes.
I realised that in my ability, skills, and weapons box, apart from the infravision that all of us missed, I also have lore and anti-charm.
Yeah, that's one of the abilities of Bard. So basically, if someone was trying to charm the party or whatever, you can play your instrument and it kind of disrupts it and stops them from being charmed.
Oh, good. So I can just play some Taylor Swift then.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. And the other thing, what did you say? What was the other one?
Lore, second level lore.
Yeah, so that means when you come across ancient scripts or writings or whatever, there's a chance that you may have actually heard about it in your story gathering travels.
And if I also have enchantment or charm, does that mean I can undo other people's charms but also apply my own?
Yeah, so when you were performing at the tavern, you if you can sort of I think you fascinate them. I mean, where is it? The players. I think, here we go. Let's look at class. You can enchantment by playing music and singing. The bard can fascinate subjects in a 30-foot radius. It doesn't function in combat.
I can't just snap my eyelashes at the goblins. Okay.
So yeah, essentially you do your performance, and you can characters can be fascinated. So if they're fascinated, their attention is fully bent on you. So for example, classic example is you act as a diversion. You play your music, everyone sort of looks at you, and the rest of the party runs off and does other stuff. Right. But what you can actually do is if you perform for longer, you can essentially charm these people, and they will think you as a trusted friend and ally, and they will come to your defense, and they will obey your commands. So it's actually it's not used in combat, although actually I suppose once you've charmed one, they could basically come along and fight for you, and they would almost fight to the death for you because they could
hashtag femdom.
Yeah. So and the lore thing is from second level, because you're now second level. A bard has a 2 in 6 chance of knowing the lore pertaining to monsters, magic items, or heroes of folktales and legends. This ability may be used to identify the nature and power of magic items. That might enable you to discern something about those magic.
Identify those stones.
Yeah.
Can I apply that now? So, which stone did we not know about? We didn't know about.
There was 2 that you didn't know.
There's 2.
Yes.
The 2 I'm carrying.
Can I apply my powers now? I mean, we are standing in this room. We're surrounded by dead, headless goblins. Somebody's guzzling beer. Clover's presumably still pacing in the hallway, and Elisa is rearranging the chairs and potentially picking up grubby linen. Can I try and discern something about the stones?
Yes, you can. Let me just
The agate and ruby.
You need to roll a d6, and if you get 1 or 2, you
right.
Remember something about them.
Come on.
Just 1d6?
Yep.
Alright, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, alright,
Yeah.
sorry.
It was worth a try, though. I think you can only try once, I think, with that item. So you may have to find someone else that can tell you about it. You only get to try once with the item. All right, so there you go. You've learned a bit more about your character. Remember, guys, read your character profile so you actually know what you can do. All right.
Well,
so
we could have told Ada that she had anti-charm.
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
I'm joking. I'm sorry.
Maybe it's already worked on Oglum. All right, so Renolt, you couldn't find a room. Elisa's grabbed her grubby pillowcases. Renolt, Freyord's been chugging some beer.
Okay, guys, I'm
feel
fucking
free
working anymore.
Feel
Everyone
free
else
to
is
fill up
goofing
your water
fucking
skins
off.
with beer if you want.
Everyone, Lisa's collecting laundry. Just letting you know.
Laundry run.
It might be
Is the door
So,
is the door
somebody-
closed?
has
Somebody close the door.
Has anybody searched the room at all?
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, I think you guys said you were going to do that.
We searched the goblins, but
All right, so you found some money on the goblins. You found, you grabbed a couple of their weapons. Elise was fascinated with their haberdashery, and Freyord has got the beer. Besides that, there's a couple of
Nothing on the
rudimentary.
table.
There's just some of the beer in some tankards which have been knocked over when Ada went sliding across the table, Dukes of Hazzard style, and slashed one of the goblins to death.
So basically, Ada's ass smells like ale now.
Yeah, a bit of beer on your butt.
What do you mean now? Hold me
That's right. Right.
That's good.
Besides
Good
that,
one.
there's nothing else that you can obviously see in the room that besides
So
what I've just described.
Should we press on then?
Yes, let's go.
Onward
Yes,
and
sir.
upward.
Like a lead press-on nail.
You know what? If you didn't say it, I was gonna.
Today's episode brought to you by Lee Press on Nail.
Right? Lead press-on nails. If you don't mind having your nails in your hair halfway through the evening, try Lee press-on
Matt.
nails.
Come on, Matt Matrix, lead
If
on.
you ever found a nail underneath your couch, it's probably a Lee Press on Nail.
Which way we going?
Are you guys finished? Why do you all smell like beer now?
You're the best gnome I've ever known in my life.
You're the best gnome I've ever known.
Right.
And Freyord, you're the best whatever the hell you are.
That's right. For a human, you're okay, buddy. Come here, nuggy.
Okay.
All right, where are you going to go
Is
now,
everybody
guys?
okay? Is everyone okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right.
all
You as soon as they come back to you, Clover, you get this strong whiff of beer.
and
Oh,
goblin
I
blood.
see. What is? I don't want to know. Never mind. We'll just
There's a lot of dead goblins in there.
all smell like beer.
I didn't want to kill them all, but they made me do it, Clover.
You know, I'm short. I'm not dumb. All right. So we haven't been down into this little room down here yet.
Down
Right.
where? Down
Where?
where?
Oh,
That's
she's just got ran off down the corridor to your
Holy
right.
crap! She just hauled butt. All right, where are we
She's
going?
got her Lamborghinis on.
Once they get up there,
Oh my God, it's a
once they
podium.
accelerate. She's
Is
very.
this like a sacrificial stage? What is going on here?
The gnome is like the Australian wombat. It's the wombat. Australian wombat is the fastest land animal in the world. It's the fastest animal at the shortest distance.
Exactly. Oglum
Oh,
and
Oglam's coming.
Ada, are you coming?
Which way have you all gone? Ada's trying to keep up.
To
We went to
the
the-
east.
To
To
the
the
east.
So go north and then turn right.
All right.
Hello, hello.
Hello, I cannot move. DM, please move. Please assist DM.
There you go. All right, so moving down here, the room seems to be, or the area that you're in seems to be a bit older. As you come down the path, automatically the sort of the decorative features on the walls and things. Well, previously it was just pretty much bare stone, but like the other two crypts you came to, there seems to be a different sort of architecture or different sort of style, I should say, of decoration on the walls, and there are like frescoes painted on the walls depicting death and its symbology. There's painted figures of skeletons and ghosts, and then above the actual crypt, it's actually an arched doorway, and there's a name carved in the stone that says Zonus Anzazor, which Elise and Fro, you will remember that was the one of the names that the illusionist mentioned as being the original wizard in the castle, the very first wizard, and he was a necromancer.
I mentioned that to the rest of the group.
Yep.
Zonus and Anzanor?
It is Zonus Anzazor, which is Anzazor.
Anzazor, okay.
Can I pull out my law skill at this? Law. Did I just say law school? Law skill at this point. London Law School. So law skill. And apply it to discover more of the history of this first wizard. Have I heard of?
You roll a d6.
Oh, okay.
What in the hell? Those are beetles.
No, you don't know anything about
the Beatles.
Should have googled him.
What are those things? Oh,
They're not.
are those all
alive.
statues?
They're
Are
not
they all
alive,
statues? Are they statues?
as you come into the room.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You noticed standing like sentries at attention, sort of just still, are several skeletons in armor are sort of standing vigil around the crypt. A total of 8 of them standing there completely motionless.
Right.
And in the center of the room is a raised dais with a like a stone plinth or whatever you want to call it, and lying on the top is actually the embalmed body of Zonus. So you can see his face is all sunken in and dry, desiccated, sort of looking, and his hands like this, and his head is resting on a carved stone pillow. So his dry skin is sort of sunken around his skull, and his eyes are closed, and he's dressed in these fine black robes which are embroidered with all these sort of archaic sort of magical symbols, which Elise and Clover would recognise as sort of necromancy sort of symbols. And his hands are clasped together on his chest. His thin, dried fingers are adorned with jewelled rings, and he holds in his hand a silver wand. And also on the raised plinth on top of the dais, there is like a sealed, jewelled glass container. And like I said, and there, like I said, there are skeletons standing vigil around
All of this is going to be monstrously bad.
As soon as we walk in there,
but I want it.
Go in there, they're gonna surround us.
I want that one.
But we have a cleric.
So you're going to go in there? Yes, anonymously.
I have a magic orb, if that helps.
Might, but these I think are not going to be. They might be magically.
If we try and do something in the way of disturbing the crypt, like trying to steal something or defiling the crypt, I have a feeling that these things are going to come to life.
Oh, I think so too.
100%.
Are you ready for that?
Yep, let's
Are you
go.
100% ready for that? Because there's a wand there.
Well,
I would like a wand.
What if we throw something at?
What
if we throw something at the dais?
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
That's right. Now the humans talk.
No, please.
Humans are always interrupting. I'll wait.
No, I interrupted first. That's my fault.
Okay,
Go ahead.
So if there's a way that we can go in and show respect or fealty to the crypt and try and placate what it is that waits in this skeletal armor, can the thief get in there without them noticing it?
I can sneak.
And we still have the invisibility potion.
Yeah. Like I have no problem going in and bowing to what apparently is someone of certain greatness in a previous life.
Why are we bowing?
I'll do it. You don't have to do anything.
Okay.
You know? I'll go in.
Wait. Why don't I like that idea? But why don't we grab some dead goblins?
For what?
Sacrifice?
This is a necromancer. Oh wait, they could come back to life.
Exactly. Wait, don't I have something against
Neil?
Like,
I can see it in Neil's face. He was like, "Yeah."
Clerics can turn undead. So if those skeletons happen to come to life, I'm not saying they will, but if they did, you could possibly turn them. I think you tried that with a. Did you try that with a zombie? I think you tried that with a zombie when you encountered that necromancer guy, the necromancer apprentice.
Yeah.
Who's now dissolved inside the gelatinous cube.
Gelatinous cube, yeah.
So you're going in?
God.
I feel like we have to at this point.
We're going to be surrounded.
Yeah, I'm not overly thrilled with this idea. Like, I mean, there's a shiny object up. There's a wand of some type.
There's a lot of shinies. He's got magic.
I know. I want to let's throw something in first and see what happens.
Go get a goblin. Throw it in.
Drag the body of
a
goblin.
Come back to life.
That's all right. We can deal with it.
They would.
I do like the idea, though, that you have the orb.
Yes. Why don't we roll the orb in there and then throw something after it?
Is anyone good at dwarf tossing?
As a gnome, I resent that idea.
Is anyone good at gnome tossing?
Know what I'm saying?
Know what I'm saying?
You can see. Here's the crypt, guys. You can see the crypt. Look.
Ooh, cool.
Wow.
Yeah, okay.
And these are the skeletons. Where is it? I didn't get a chance to paint these or anything, but there you go.
Oh, they're a bit fancy looking. Oh, they've got a sharp, big, spiky thing.
They look like they have a lot of hit points.
They do.
I think there's two possibilities. As soon as we stab in, they come to life, or as soon as we touch something on the tomb, they come to life.
Yeah.
If we touch something, can we tie up the skeleton first before we touch something on the tomb?
What are we going to tie them with?
We have a lot of rope.
Yeah, I have a lot of tackle.
Although they might attack us if we get too close to them as well.
We touch them, yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like.
Well, if they're skeletons, why don't we just push them over and watch them fall apart, and then
just smash them to dust right now? Can't we?
I think if we attack
their legs
them,
where their arms were.
We can make it like a
rearrange their bones.
That's right.
We can make a lasso around them, so we're not touching them yet, and then as soon as they come to life, we pull and then.
That, you know what? Like, stealing one of their legs isn't a bad idea.
Why don't we just like destroy them and like put their heads in one part and their legs in another part and their arms in another of the room, so they won't. If they come to life, they're gonna like, what the fuck? Right?
We can try it. I have a feeling the instant we touch one, they're all gonna wake up. But we can try it. I like the idea.
Oh, why do we have to like put each part?
I am actually Googling right now pictures of skeletons in the ring.
Put themselves back together. If there's like the hand is next to the head, they'll be like put the head on the body and
I'm just crying.
All right. What are we saying?
Or at least take their weapons away from them. Like if they have like shields or spears or swords or something, what if we took those from them?
Well, there is 6 of us and 8 of them. So why don't we each take a skeleton?
5
and
of
on
us.
3,
Oh wait, hold on, 6.
Everybody partner up.
And on 3, we grab their weapon all at the same time, and then we'll only have 2 if they wake up to handle, except maybe the necromancer if he wakes up and kills us all. Just saying.
It's like a 5th grade dance again. Like you just like reluctantly go
I'm
up to
I'm all for it.
Everyone's it's exactly like it. All the ones are around there sitting around the wall in the dance floors in the middle. All right. Oh,
as soon as we walk in the room, we could trigger.
As soon as you walk in the room, the temperature in the room drops, and you feel.
You're suddenly back.
You feel like it was like you must move straight. Everyone suddenly just, oh, sorry. Didn't mean to do that.
Bad.
But as soon as you walk in the room, the temperature drops, sending a chill down your spine, and then you all hear a thin, whispery voice that sounds in your ears, and it says, "Who disturbs my slumber?" Clover.
The diamond in the rough. Oh, sorry, wrong movie.
Yeah, really.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Was that an Aladdin reference?
It was, yes.
Well
I'm sorry.
You ain't never said a friend like me. All right, yeah. So,
Clover, what are you doing?
I'll get back in character again. Who disturbs my slumber?
My name's Clover. I dabble in magic, and hi. Who are you?
Don't put that on your dating profile, no.
Voice hold making dude.
And then the voice speaks again, and it says, "Prove thy worthiness. Speak the words that shape us."
Say that again.
Sorry.
Sorry, come again.
Sorry, what was that? It's like it brings back the lost as though never gone. Shines laughter and tears with light long since shone. A moment to make, a lifetime to shed. Valued then, but lost when you're dead.
Oh Lord, another puzzle. Hey, weird voice, can you say that again, please?
Yeah. Because I missed the beginning part.
I'll make it easier for you. As he says the words, around the plinth, the actual words appear in gold, like flames of lettering that comes out, and it says, "It brings back the lost as though never gone. Shines laughter and tears with light long since shone. A moment to make, a lifetime to shed. Valued then, but lost when you're dead."
Memories.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna think.
And when you say the word memory, the words sort of just disappear. And then it goes, "I have a beginning, but no end, and I end all things that begin." And it just
Okay, so memory was the first one. So what's this new? Read out the new riddle again.
I have a beginning, but no end, and I end all things that begin.
I have a beginning, but not... Okay, memory was the first one, so what's this? I have
a beginning but no end. I end all things that begin.
Time.
Time.
Time. Time has a beginning but no end.
Nothing
I
happens.
end all things that begin.
Yeah,
Yes.
time ends all things, yeah. It's not a bad guess.
But it's clearly not the right one, because when we got the right one before and said memory, the letters like disappeared and it moved on to this new riddle. So if we're saying time and nothing's happening, then that's not the answer.
Does anybody object
Death.
to Ada saying
Death.
time?
What did you say, Murph?
No.
Death.
When you say the word death, the words disappear.
What?
Well done, Freyord.
All right.
And then the last one goes, before my birth, I have a name, but soon as born, I lose the same. And when I'm laid within the tomb, I do my father's name assume. I change my name 3 days together, yet live, but on in any weather. This one's a trickier one, I think.
Okay, before my birth, I have a name.
Does the voice say it's a tricky one? Or was that
he didn't go. He doesn't go. This is a tricky one.
Oh, I
I'm
like
just
this
spoiling
one
the
a
whole
lot.
sort of grandeur and ominous sort of vibe I was going
He's
for.
like,
But never mind.
I wrote it. I like this one a lot. This is a good one. Pay attention.
This is a
I
really
like
good one.
this one.
You say that again?
Yes, please.
All right, here you go. Pay
Before-
attention, guys. Paying up. Okay. Before my birth, I have a name, but soon as born, I lose the same. And when I'm laid within the tomb, I do my father's name assume. I change my name 3 days together, yet live but on in any weather.
Oh my god.
This is a tricky one.
What's the necromancer's name?
Zonus Avanus, Zonus Anzazor.
Is this Latin for something? Any Latin scholars out there in the audience?
Could you
When I'm laid
possibly
inside the
paste that
tomb.
into the chat? Because I just think reading it would help me, especially if it's like written on the.
Yeah.
thing.
Yep,
Yes,
yep.
Clover, because there's a chat in the dungeon.
Well,
Let me just inscribe it onto this scroll
Can
here.
you
it's
text
on
it?
the thing in the dungeon. It comes up, right? So
I will
it's
put it
there.
into the chat.
I
will
have you
put it into the
text
chat.
me, but in the dungeon I don't get good cell service.
No reception.
Where's the chat? Here it is. Here. I think I can put that into the chat.
Before
There
my
it is.
birth,
It's in the chat window.
Oh, in roll 20.
Yep, in roll 20.
when I'm laid.
Oh, okay.
Is this is there some sort of religious element to this?
Well,
Is
the
it
first one,
necromancer, which is magic.
the first one,
right?
the first answer was memory. The second one was death. This is necromancer, who seems to be focused on
Concept.
life and death and stuff and time.
They have a name. Something to do with stars, the moon, the sun. Before my birth, the birth of a star.
Name, but as soon as I'm born, I lose the same.
What
When
loses?
I'm laid within the tomb, I do my father's name assume. I change my name.
I thought like religious iconography, but probably not in D&D.
Well, I mean, it's also not. Necromancers aren't religious; they're magical.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Something that lives on in any weather. Something to do with nature, wind,
Yeah.
like to live on in any weather. Rain. Light.
And also it specifies 3 days together. I changed my name. Days.
That's the tricky part, right?
Yeah, I think
Like
it's a
3
time
days
reference. I think
Can
it's a
I-
time reference.
Can I look around the room and see the symbols in the room?
Yeah, around the walls, it's similar to what was in the corridor. So there's basically like frescoes of death and skeletons and so on. And there's also like references to time on the walls as well, and the days and so on. So like days of the week showing. And
So, sorry, those necromancers bring things back to life, correct?
they generally, they can extend life or animate life, communicate with the dead.
I think I know what it is.
What is it?
Yeah. What do you think?
Wait, go ahead, Freyard.
So things that are no longer here, basically. If that's the reference I'm getting about a necromancer.
Yeah, well, necromancers deal with dead things, so like skeletons and ghouls and
right,
stuff.
so things that are no longer here. So I think it's a reference of time. Like
It is, yeah. Agreed. It is.
I want to say something like day or
I think it's
like
just
now.
time.
Like now.
It's time. Yeah.
Oh wait,
yeah.
something about whoosh.
It just as soon as you said day, or basically today, it's the words disappear. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it.
Because the 3 days is yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And when today is over,
Right.
you are now yesterday, which is your father's name, because the day before you is your father.
Very good.
If you're talking days.
Very good.
I don't understand the weather reference, but I think it's just that time goes on no matter what the weather is.
I guess.
But yeah, we came up with that at the same moment. That's wild.
Crazy.
And the voice is like, close enough.
Yeah, it's like, it's a bit tricky. All right, I need you all to roll a dice.
All of us? D6?
Just 1 second.
20. We're all gonna get charmed.
Except Ada.
So I want you all to roll a d20 and you're saving against spells. So that means you need to roll over your spell number.
Nice, Elise.
It's not Elise.
We have to roll over what? Our saving throws.
Yeah, so on your character sheet you'll have a saving versus spells. So for example, Oglong the fighter has a saving throw. Saving throws is opposite your ability scores, so it's actually the one second from the bottom. So it says spells, magic rods, magic stays.
Oh, okay, so I have to get above that.
Yep, because that goes down as you get higher in levels.
Oh, thank God.
Hey,
This isn't looking good.
No.
wait, what stone did I have?
Okay, so who's rolled what? Okay, so we've got M rolled a... Oh no, where are we? Is it the D20s? Oh, here we go. No, where am I? I'm going up to the right. So Elise, what did you roll?
1.
Okay, all right.
I don't think that saves. Yeah.
So M rolled a... Okay, let me write this down.
A 5.
Ada rolled a 5, and your saving throw is what?
Like 15 or something.
Yeah, so you failed. Okay. Clover rolled a 14. What's your save?
15.
So you failed as well. Elise rolled a 1, was it?
Yes.
Okay. It's failed. Freyald, what did you roll?
I rolled an 18.
Oh, you're okay.
Yeah.
And Oglom rolled a 6, so he failed. And what did you roll, Renolt?
I got an 8. And my save is 15.
Okay, so you
Oh, wait.
well.
I don't think this takes into account my gnome resistance.
Against
It
spells?
says 15, but it doesn't against magic.
Wish I had no
Gnomes are
resistance.
naturally resistant to magic, gaining a bonus to saving throws versus spells and magic wands, rods, and staves.
Oh,
Depends on my constitution.
And what's your constitution?
It's 10. So I don't get the bonus.
Yeah,
Never mind.
bonus. All right, but Elise rolled the lowest, didn't she? Yes.
Yes.
All right. So after you solved the last puzzle, like the words sort of faded away magically, and then on the dais itself there was that jewel glass vessel. But you see it glow, and then this mist sort of comes out the top of this vessel.
I'm not loving this.
And it goes straight for Elise, and it sort of like swirls around her, and then it sort of like goes inside her mouth, and Elise sort of just like goes rigid. And then after a moment, her body relaxes, and then Elise sort of looks down, and then looks around and looks at her hands, and she goes, "Well done, you proved your worthiness." So this is not Elise talking now. This is the voice that you heard earlier, but coming out of Elise.
So if we're worthy, why did you take over our friend?
To talk to us, I guess. Maybe.
You're not going to hurt her, right?
And the necromancer just goes, "Exactly what she said." No.
Stop bonus, my man.
No, I've got to get back
We're
in
not
character.
worthy.
Yes.
We're not worthy.
I am Zonus Anzavor. I can't even say his own name.
Been a while.
I really need to stop using. I really need to stop using fantasy name generator and actually just make names I can actually pronounce.
Like Derek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your name is Zonus Derek.
My name is Jeffrey with a G.
Zonus Anzazor. I am Zonus Anzazor. I am the first wizard of the castle. I am temporarily taking control of this host body to communicate with you.
Cool.
He laughs
Her name's
malevolently.
Elise. Her name is Elise. You should say hello.
So Elise, by the way, Elise, you are fully aware of what's happening, but you can't control your body or your voice. So you are essentially like trapped inside your own body, watching yourself do this stuff, just to freak you out a little bit.
It's weird.
So even when you talk, you talk, but you obviously it's literally like you're standing outside your own body, watching your body being used like as a puppet by Zonus.
It's comforting.
Yeah.
So I'm still gonna say, I don't mean to nitpick, but I feel like you should say thank you to Elise for taking over her body.
Why have you disturbed me? Why are you here?
We didn't mean to disturb you. We're just adventurers. Some villagers had asked us to come to this castle to find out what's been going on.
What?
And
I am not aware of anything that is amiss in my castle. What is happening?
I mean, bro, to be perfectly honest, you've kind of been dead, so I'm not sure how you were supposed to be aware of anything happening. Maggie.
I talk to the other wizards from time to time. They come to visit me. I'm a great conversationalist. They love me.
I want that.
Terrific riddle. You've heard them. See, the last one. It was terrific.
Yeah.
Your skeletal friends there. They're not going to attack us, are they? Because we don't mean you any harm.
They are protecting my body and my resting place.
Cool beans. Right. We're not after your body.
I'm into older men, but this is pushing it.
Are they protecting your wand and all of that stuff too? That stuff?
Clover's sort of eyes sort of light up. Is he protecting your wand? She's barely containing your glee. Clover is like, ooh, shiny.
Yeah, we've come across some creatures that have been held captive below. One was a dragon. There's a minotaur.
Yes.
We fear that they've been. Some of their fluids have been taken from them and used for nefarious purposes.
That would be
according
Alcar.
to them.
He likes his little pets.
Okay.
You're cool with this?
Thoughts on this? You alright with this?
The guy's a necromancer. He played with dead things. You think he's really...
Well, if they're already dead, I mean, okay, are you saying... Maybe I don't want to ask. But, like, if they're already dead... Yeah. You're just bringing things back to life. In fact, that would be considered to be, I don't know, maybe better than killing things.
Yes. You speak the truth. Necromancers get very bad press.
Right. What does your wand do? I'm just curious.
It is a magic wand. It is a wand that instills fear in your enemies.
Wow. What wand do you have?
I would be. Are you like dying, Murph? Or is that Freyord?
What you said? What? Something said Freyord off.
He's like dying. He's dying laughing. I just
Clover wants to touch the wand.
Yeah, I've never had a wand before. It's so cool. Anyway, moving on.
Tell me more about the troubles, young Freyord. He knows your name because he's in Elise's body, so he knows everyone's name. Murph is tapping out. He's tapping out.
I need a minute here.
I don't even know what set him off.
In Elise's body. Oh my
goodness. Oh god.
What I would really like to see is Debbie right now mouthing the words that Neil is saying. That's your improv.
Yeah, we'll try it now. So I'll say something and then Debbie can say it.
No. So we're trying to just understand what's been happening here, because there's a local village that's kind of been I don't know.
Is that Deeping Vale?
Yes, they've been terrorized by the local goblin population that we've taken care of. They said that there's been some strange things happening here that's affecting them as well.
Goblins.
And suddenly,
that is not good.
Clover remembers and like jumps excitedly and goes, "Oh my god! There's a giant gelatinous cube in the dungeon. Did you know that?" Sorry, I'm sorry.
Right.
It's just never.
Do you know that there's like a ravenous Jello cube running around?
That's his Alcar. He likes to keep his dungeons clean.
It's okay.
It's a good guy.
Do you know a way that we can defeat this thing so we don't become part of the cleaning process?
Gelatinous cubes. Interesting. I'm more interested in dead things, but I understand that fire is very useful against gelatinous cubes.
Cool. Thank you very much. Yeah, we like that.
Right. So tell me more about these troubles. What has been happening? I do not like the fact that my castle is being defiled in this way.
We have a record keeper, Clover.
Consult the oracle.
Sorry, she's like standing there staring at the wand. Like, it's such a cool wand. Anyway, so the goblins were really quiet since the Goblin Wars, but then they started like attacking and killing people and dragging people off, like out of the blue. And then people stopped coming from the castle for materials and food and stuff like that down to Deeping Vale. So they were concerned that something had happened and it was connected because of all the catacombs underneath. And we've already killed I've lost count how many goblins we've killed in the catacombs right now. So there's something bad going on. I don't think that guy Alcar is a good guy. Just saying.
Oh, Alcar hasn't visited for a long time. We haven't spoken for a while. He's been very busy with his studies. Last visitor I had was their young apprentice necromancer, promising young student.
The one young what?
Apprentice necromancer.
What's their name?
Dalius, his name was.
Dalius. We met Dalius, didn't we?
We did.
Did we do something to Dalius?
Wasn't that the zombie guy?
Yep.
It is?
He's dissolved his gelatinous cube now.
Yeah,
I
he's now
hate
gone.
to tell you, but Dalius kind of got eaten by the cube.
Well, he was actually he was dead before he got eaten by the cube. You guys killed him.
Yeah, we had a bad
Kind of
run-in with
attacked.
him. We tried to be friends, and it didn't work out, and somebody had to go.
Dalius is dead.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That is a loss. He was a very promising student.
He wasn't very nice to us.
Of the apprentices. He was obviously an apprentice necromancer, so he would come to me and talk and discuss the dark arts.
You'd show him how to use your wand. Did you ever show him how to use the wand?
Did you ever show him your wand?
No, that's not what I meant. I'm tiny little no.
Please tell us more.
And it's
why would Dalius has a good heart? Why would he be? Are you saying he attacked you?
Yes. Yeah.
he picked a ghoul on us, didn't he?
Yeah.
That is very out of character for Dalius. I wonder
Do you
why.
think that he could have been under a spell? Do you think that something could have changed him?
Well, there are spells that can charm people, take control of their minds.
What about Eliavar?
Eliavar, I know he has not. I know that name. I think Dalius may have mentioned his name, or Alcar. He is, from what I know, he is an apprentice.
He may
have been the senior apprentice. But he was. I understand he had no interest in necromancy.
I think he's the one who's doing all the bad stuff now.
Where
he
is
may have
Alcar?
taken over.
Where is Alcar then?
We don't know.
We haven't seen him.
Yes, definitely something is amiss. You must do something. You must solve the problem.
So, could you give us a hand? Given that you're, a necromancer and all?
I know the passageways of the castle and the dungeons, but I can only control this body for a short period of time.
Do you have a map that you can give us, or can you implant the knowledge of the route or the layout of the castle into the body that you're holding?
Great idea.
The layout will not stay in her mind for long.
Okay, well, what about drawing it on a piece of stone?
So essentially, he only remembers parts of the castle that he was directly involved in the construction of. So the dungeon, basically he's saying that the dungeon was expanded on by Bardius, Crolius, and Miriel, and finally Alcar. So there has been some changes since he passed. So he won't know everything about the layout. But at least would be able to remember for a short while where you were going.
So maybe you could tell us like the best way to get into the castle so we could get in somewhere where we won't immediately be like, I don't know, walking into an entire room full of soldiers or something. I don't know.
Out of the dungeon, there are 2 entrances to the dungeon. Out of the dungeon, and they enter into the lower level of the castle, which is the servants' quarters and the apprentice rooms. There are no laboratories or dangerous areas that I am aware of at the lower levels. You must go up to the higher levels. There are 2 more levels beyond the lower level of this castle.
Shit. I mean, Jesus, Murphy. Okay. But there's a door just outside of here. Like if we go, I don't know if it's south. I think south.
Yes. There is a door nearby. Yes.
Where does that go?
That goes into the castle, into the lower levels.
If we gave you some charcoal and like a really disgusting goblin pillowcase, could you draw like a route for us?
He can draw a rough area, of what he remembers.
That would be cool. Any other hints or help you could give us? I don't know, potions or magic or.
Well, I want to.
All right.
Is there something we can do to thank you? Is there something we can do to thank you for all your assistance? Like, you're a necromancer. Can we leave you a dead goblin, maybe?
And he gestures to the skeletons and goes, I have my sentries, my servants.
Squad.
This is all I need. But yeah, so he can draw a rough sort of outline on the filthy goblin pillowcase.
That was Elise's idea, by the way.
And he goes, I may lend you my wand and my rings, but you must return them to me when this adventure is when you have solved the problem.
Okay.
Sure.
You must return them to me. You must give me your word you will return them to me.
Sure.
I'll give you my word. What do the rings
Ada's
do?
Like, sure. Right.
We swear on Molly.
Him.
I'm absolutely.
If there's anyone in this group whose word you can trust, it's mine. I will return them to you. But I mean, a wand only has so many charges. Are you going to be totally pissed if all the charges are gone?
Zona says, no, I can recharge them.
Rechargeable?
You can recharge it?
Punch it in. The charger.
I have this little shamrock necklace. Okay, I don't want to be greedy. What do the rings do that you're going to loan us? Are they just pretty? Because they look really pretty.
He can give you a wand and a ring. And the ring is a protection ring. Similar to what Freljord has with his necklace.
I would like the ring.
and
like the protection stone. So
the wand of fear has 2 charges.
Wow, that's super cool. Does it work on everyone, or just like undead, or what?
You'll have to look up the spell for fear.
Oh, it's a spell. Okay. I love that Elise is being silent.
Passing notes at this point.
Using sign language.
I'm just like, hey, the stones, the things.
Where is it? Wands, magic wands. I might want to look that up.
For those listening at home, Elise is passing notes discreetly in the chat.
Are you?
Yes, she is.
Unbeknownst to both the DM and the wizard, she is passing.
So you know Barter? You know Barter, right? Barter Crolius?
Yes. Colorful
and in
chap.
his tomb, he had these like cool stones. Do you know anything about the stones?
Show them to me.
I produce the stones. One's an agate and one's a ruby.
And when you hold up your hand, they start to glow and lift up above your head. And Elise looks at them and goes, "Ah, yes, I know these. These are." I'm gonna try and pronounce it right. Yoan stones, I think they're called. Let me show the spelling, and then you can.
Could I just point out something?
Yeah.
Is that Elise actually wouldn't be able to pass us any notes because she's currently possessed.
Yep. She couldn't do anything. Where is it?
Psychically conveying these messages to us. Projecting them.
She's blinking her eyes like Morse code.
Here it is. Yeah, IOUN. Yoan stones. I think the I is pronounced like a Y. Otherwise, it's pretty hard to. And he says you have 4 stones. The what was it? The topaz.
Hang on, I've got it written down somewhere. The blue topaz is, we think, like some kind of like armor. It feels like we're more invincible when we have it. And then the blue.
Okay, the
blue stone is
the blue opal one gives you +1 strength. The topaz one gives a +1 bonus to armor class and saving throws.
I would have made the saving throw then. Oh, I didn't have it active. Never mind. I didn't have it active.
Yeah. And then the red ruby one represents fire, and that stores spells. So you can cast spells into it and then use them again.
Ooh.
So these are arcane items, though. You can't. So druid spells or cleric, you can't cast druid spells or cleric spells into those stones. They're a different type of magic. They're a deity-based magic rather than an arcane-based magic. But so, like for example, Clover, you could cast sleep into that stone over a couple of days.
How would I cast that into it? So on a day where I didn't use my spell, I could cast into that, and then anyone could release it, or only me?
Only you, because you're an arcane caster, so you could basically lift a stone, and then it's like you got an extra spell you can cast that day.
But could Elise use it too? Because Elise uses magic.
Yep. Elise could use it as well.
Okay.
And it can store 4 spells.
Holy! Does it last for more than a day?
Yeah. Because it would take you several days to cast the spells into it.
Fill it in. Yeah. Okay. And then what's this red-brown one?
That's the agate. It represents earth, and that can absorb spells. So essentially, when someone casts something at you, it would suck it in and take it away.
Wait, but then can you? Yeah.
Can you use it?
No, but then you can't use it. It just sort of eats the spell.
Okay, but that's good for like.
But it has a if the spell's too powerful, it won't absorb it.
It's like when I eat my feelings when I'm sad.
Yeah. And eventually it will fill up, and then that stone will be dead. It won't work anymore. But certainly, yeah, very good for defense.
Wow.
And then the last one was so that was so we got the water one. The opal was strength. The ruby was the spell storing. The agate is the spell of eating, and the air is the bonus to your armor class and saving throws. So very useful stones. So he will give you guys the ring and the wand of fear.
Being the weakest team member and not having a magical stone, I would like the ring to be next to that.
Yeah,
I think that's fair.
that's fair. It's the same as my necklace, so yeah, spread the wealth.
And Clover,
Is that armor class you said?
Yeah.
+1.
So while you're wearing it, your armor class will go down by 1. And you also get, I think, Ring of Protection also gives you protection. It gives you a bonus against saving throws as well. Also, Clover, I'm assuming you really, really want that wand.
I mean, I'd like to carry it. I'm not going to use it just for myself.
Yeah. So it's actually it's a wand of fear. Let me just double check if that's a specific thing or if it's a or if it represents just a spell. Wand of Fear. Here we go. Conjures a cone of magical energy that terrifies those within it. The cone is 60 feet long and 30 feet wide at the far end. Creatures in the cone are struck with terror and will flee from the wielder of the wand at a maximum speed for 30 rounds, so they will basically hightail it out of there. But you can only use it twice.
Okay.
So, for example, if you had a bunch of if there was a bunch of goblins coming, you could basically just cast it at them and scare the hell out of them, and they'd run away.
All right. So, I mean, we still have 2 of the ion stones, or the, what did you call them? Yoon stones?
Yoan stones.
Yoan stones?
Yeah.
We have 2 of those that nobody's carrying yet.
Yeah, so
Or
Freya's
that aren't, like, being worn.
Yeah, so Clover's got 1, Renolt's got 1, Freya's got 2 of them. And these are
I had the ruby and the agate stone. So one absorbs spells, the other one holds spells. You can cast a spell into it. So that has to go to either like Elise or Clover, really.
Yeah, I mean, I think somebody who leads out front should have the one that absorbs spells, because you're the one who's most likely to get hit. So either Freya or Renolt should have that Earth Stone.
Having been brought under the spell of a necromancer, I think I'd like to hang on to that one.
Yeah, you were the marionette, weren't you? Sort of.
I was. It wasn't pretty. We said we'd never talk about it again.
So who has a stone now? So
I have the opal still.
Yeah, Renolt has the opal, Clover has a topaz, Freya wants the eat spells one, that's the agate. So the store spell
ruby.
The ruby one, you can give that to probably either Elise or Elise, yeah.
Okay, so I'll give that to Elise.
Yep.
You're welcome.
Okay. So anything else you want to ask Zonus?
And is there anything else in the castle that we need to be worried about that you know of, like any kind of traps or something?
I'm not really aware of many traps, but like I said, it's an area of magical study. There are rooms where you may encounter quite powerful magic.
Gelatinous cubes, for example.
Well, gelatinous cubes are not inherently magical. They're just unintelligent sort of.
Fire will destroy a magical cube. Right?
I don't have anything else to ask him. Do you guys?
I have one last question, Mr. Necromancer. What shape would a chair be if my knees bent the other way? I'm kidding. I got nothing else.
And with that, Elise suddenly sort of freezes again, and then she goes rigid, and then her mouth opens, and this mist comes out of her mouth, and it settles back inside the jeweled glass vessel that's on the next to the body, and Elise sort of just collapses on the ground.
I
And then-
start coughing, and then I give him the middle finger sneakily.
And then you hear the voice again. It says, "Good luck with your quest, young explorers. I'll see you in the life beyond." And then
Well, no, you'll see us when we bring back your wand and your ring again. You know.
Yes.
maybe
When I
I
bring
mean,
back the
you
ring.
just have to put them delicately back on the body and make sure you don't climb on the body and crush in his chest like you did Bardius.
He did not say how I have to return it. He did not specify. Like to point out, he never said thank you to Elise.
Also, if he can speak from the jar, why does he need to take over my body?
It's for dramatic effect. He did it.
You didn't just fail, at least you failed epically.
Yeah.
Like,
You were completely off your game. Yeah. So actually, you still actually at this point in time, you still have in your mind a visual sort of outline of roughly where you are in the dungeon and the castle.
I take out the pillowcase and a chart and draw as detailed as I can remember before I
Loves
face
that
them out.
pillowcase.
Yeah.
Weird.
All right. What I will do is, in time for the next session, I will send you by email that rudimentary map that Elise draws from her memory before it fades.
Okay.
So cool.
But I think at this point we'll probably need to wrap it up.
Yeah. It's been
But-
pretty. That was a good session. That was good.
Yeah, it was good. I was a little bit concerned about the last
Wait,
riddle.
I do have one question.
Yeah.
I have one question in terms of like time in the dungeon. How is it sort of like evening? Are we getting to the point where we should find somewhere to sleep?
Yes.
Like
Okay,
slimy
so
goblin
before
bed.
we let him go, I feel like we should knock on the jar and be like, "Excuse me, sorry, excuse me."
He's gone. Excuse me, do you know a good place to sleep? He just wants you to go.
Not here.
Could you maybe have the skeletons watch over us for 8 hours maybe? Would that be too much to ask? I don't know.
There's no answer now. He's done his trick and he's done.
What were you gonna say, Mark?
I was going to say there's beds back in the goblin area.
Yeah.
As disgusting as they are. Let's
It
just
also
go
had a
sleep
door,
there.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We can put the table
Table against the wall.
You can,
Yes, Elise can move the table. She's good for that.
Yep. I feel like we
Open
should do
bed
that
bugs.
and cast some spells into the stone
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah,
sure.
and then go to sleep, right?
yeah, you could try that. Yeah.
Try that, he says.
Oh, you can do anything you want.
So,
Okay.
All right, so
I'm
that's the
down
plan.
with
Then you're going to go back to the goblin room.
Yeah.
All right.
Throw the dead bodies out of the room, perhaps, before we sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
be
the room that we took care of
messy.
But there were only 3 beds, and there's 5 of us, so some of us are going to have to double up.
All I need is a pillow. I'm a
You'll be what do they call it? Hot bedding.
Hot bunking, yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know. I take a tiny little space.
Well, I mean, good thing is there's plenty of beer there.
Yeah. We also need to have a watch, probably, so that we don't, all go to sleep and then get murdered in our sleep.
Yes, let's assign a watch. Who's taken? So I think we said there was 3 watches that you have to cover. Or was it 4 watches?
That might solve the problem of the bed if people are on watch.
Yeah,
That's
that's what
my
hot
thinking.
bunking is.
Yeah.
You get everybody in.
So
How long
who's
do we have to sleep?
So it's 8 hours.
But I don't have to sleep 8 hours to get my magic back, right?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you need a good night's rest.
But then I can't. Then we have to sleep more than 8 hours, right?
Yeah, I think we did it last time. There's 4 watches, and as long as you cover 3, if you sleep through 3 of them, you're okay.
Okay.
I can take the first watch since I'm going to try casting spell into the stone. I can do that while people start going to sleep. I can take the first.
Yeah. Okay, so Elise, who's taking it with Elise?
I'll come on watch.
Yeah, not me. I'm sleeping.
Elise and Ada, and then who takes the next watch?
I will.
Renolt and anyone else?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Moly.
That Clover, was it?
Molly.
Yeah.
And I'll try to cast 2 spells into the stone.
Oh, no, you already tried casting your charm person spell and lost it against the necromancer.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Okay, but then I have another one.
And Elise, you cast what was it? Phantasmal. You cast Phantasmal Force, I think it was, or Spook. Or...
Yeah. I think I
cast. But I also have. Sorry, go ahead.
I cast Phantasmal Force, creating the Minotaur when we fight the Necromancer.
Yeah.
So I don't think I use it anywhere else, so I think I just have one more spell.
Yeah. So the stone...
I have my cantrips. That work?
You can cast cantrips in them, but they're it's kind of a waste of a slot. But I suppose if you've got nothing else, you might as well fill it with a cantrip. But...
trying to remember. Because I can cast 3 cantrips a day, right?
Yeah. You can only store 4 spells in that stone.
So
can you have one, please?
So who's going to take the third watch then? We've got Elise and Ada the first, Renolt and Clover the second, the third watch.
Is there like a 6th watch? Because I'll take that one.
Well, I think you'd have to split up Oglum and Renolt, right? If we're going to do 4 watches.
So Oglum will take the third watch with.
I'll take the 4th.
And Renolt. There you go. That'll cover them. That's the watches. Yeah. All right. So yeah, you move back to the goblin room. Try and get some sleep while people keep watch, and we'll see how you go during the night in the next session.
Bum,
bum, bum, bum.
Awesome.
All right. So hey, that was a nice little session. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm not sure if we may get one more session in before Christmas. I'm not sure, but we'll try and see where we go. But yeah, starting to get a little bit more interesting as to what's going on.
Yeah.
Very murdery.
I like the riddles.
Yes, me too.
I don't.
You solved 2 out of 3, though.
Yeah, you solved 2 of them.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
That's literally luck.
No. Thought.
What?
It's not like you were randomly saying words like refrigerator, pamplemousse.
It really was. Yeah, it's
Start at the big-
yeah.
Start reading the dictionary until we get it right.
No.
Yeah.
All right then, guys. We'll finish up then. Thanks very much for joining us, and
Thanks.
hopefully we can do this again real soon.
For sure.
All right, guys.
Real nice.